Hey there, and welcome back to Evergreen Health, your go-to place for all things health and wellness. Today, we've got a bit of a shocking topic: white potatoes, the comfort food that betrays. Yes, you heard that right. While potatoes have long been a staple in many of our kitchens, especially when we're craving comfort food, they may actually be doing more harm than good, especially for seniors. But don't worry, we're here to break it all down for you. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. But I love my mashed potatoes and crispy fries. There's no way something so tasty could be bad for me. Well, stick with me, because you might be surprised to find out how this beloved food could actually be hurting your body in ways you didn't even know. You may have heard a lot about how white potatoes are high in carbs. But did you know they can spike your blood sugar and set off a chain reaction that affects everything from your circulation to your heart health? But before we dive into the details, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Evergreen Health so we can keep bringing you the most important health tips to keep you living your best life. Now, let's get into why white potatoes, despite their comfort food status, might actually be a sneaky culprit in weakening your health. First up, let's talk about how those delicious potatoes affect your blood sugar levels. It's not just about gaining a few extra pounds. Over time, those spikes in blood sugar can lead to inflammation, which weakens your blood vessels and circulation, making it harder for your legs, feet, and heart to get the nourishment they need. But here's the real kicker. This food you think is just a harmless part of your meal is actually contributing to nerve damage and reduced mobility, making it harder to walk steadily and safely. Imagine losing your balance or feeling weak when you try to take a walk. That's the silent damage white potatoes can be doing to your body. Stay tuned, because in the next part of this video, we'll be uncovering how you can enjoy delicious, nutritious alternatives that won't leave you feeling sluggish or compromising your health. Trust me, you'll want to hear this. So, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on more valuable health tips, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Let's get started. Broccoli, a superfood for seniors. Broccoli is often underrated. This humble vegetable is packed with sulforaphane, a powerful antioxidant that works wonders for reducing chronic inflammation, one of the most serious health issues for older adults. As we age, inflammation can quietly affect our joints, blood vessels, and even cognitive function. These are things we simply can't afford to lose. That's why broccoli is such an important addition to any senior's diet. Have you ever noticed how, as we get older, our joints feel stiffer, or our energy seems to fade more quickly? These could be signs that inflammation is slowly taking over. Broccoli can help. Sulforaphane in broccoli helps reduce inflammation, which is a silent killer that impacts everything from your heart to your brain. Studies show that sulforaphane can protect the cardiovascular system, which is especially crucial as we age. It helps boost bone density and supports overall heart health. Important because as we get older, our bones become more fragile. But that's not all. Broccoli also improves circulation in the legs, which is key for seniors in maintaining mobility and preventing falls, one of the leading causes of injury for older adults. Just a small cup of steamed broccoli a day can literally add years to your life, protecting your legs and heart. I've seen this firsthand. Over the years, countless patients of mine have experienced incredible improvements in their health just by adding broccoli to their daily meals. Steaming broccoli lightly is the best way to preserve its nutrients. Boiling it too long can strip it of its goodness, so steaming is the way to go. Trust me, it makes a difference. Steaming versus boiling. The best way to enjoy broccoli. If you've never really paid attention to how you cook broccoli, This might be a game changer for you. Steaming it lightly is crucial. It keeps the sulforaphane intact and makes it easier to digest. When you boil broccoli, a lot of its nutrients get lost, which means you're missing out on a lot of the benefits. So, the next time you cook broccoli, try steaming it for just a few minutes to keep its life-giving properties intact. I always recommend to my patients to try steaming their veggies instead of boiling them to death. Trust me, those extra minutes of care can make a world of difference for your health. I bet if you try it out, you'll notice the texture and flavor are way better too. Real life. Example: broccoli's impact on mobility and health. I'll tell you about a patient of mine, Mrs. Green. She was 72 when she came to see me. She had arthritis, especially in her knees, and complained of a limp. Walking for more than 10 minutes left her feeling exhausted and in pain. I suggested she start eating more anti-inflammatory foods, especially broccoli. At first, Mrs. Green wasn't sure it would help, but she trusted my advice and decided to give it a try. After just 2 weeks of eating a cup of steamed broccoli daily, she came back for her next visit, and the change was remarkable. She said, "Doctor, I don't know what happened, but I feel so much better. I can walk farther, and the pain is much less." It's cases like hers that really show me how something as simple as adding broccoli to your diet can have a huge impact. It's not a miracle cure, but it's definitely a small change that can lead to significant improvements in your quality of life. Your thoughts? Have you tried adding broccoli to your meals regularly? How do you feel after eating it? Have you noticed improvements in your joint health or overall energy? I'd love to hear your experiences. Please share them in the comments below. And if you've never made broccoli a regular part of your diet, what's stopping you? I challenge you to start small, with just a cup a day, and see what changes for you. I'd also love to hear about other foods that have made a positive impact on your health. What other veggies or meals have helped you feel better as you get older? Let's keep this conversation going and share tips that help all of us live our best lives, no matter our age. Remember, it's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about consistency and little steps in the right direction. Adding broccoli to your daily meals is just one of those small steps, but it can go a long way in keeping you strong and healthy as you age. Spinach. The green powerhouse. Spinach is truly a hidden gem when it comes to senior health. Packed with nitrates, it plays a huge role in improving blood flow throughout your body. This is particularly important for older adults, as poor circulation is something many seniors struggle with, often leading to weakness and mental fog. Spinach can help with this by boosting muscle oxygenation and enhancing overall circulation, which directly impacts your energy levels, muscle strength, and cognitive function. How many of you have ever felt like your energy just isn't what it used to be? Or maybe your focus isn't as sharp as it once was? It's something a lot of older adults experience, but the good news is, adding spinach to your daily diet can really help combat these issues. The nitrates in spinach naturally widen blood vessels, improving the flow of oxygen and nutrients to muscles and the brain, which leads to increased strength and better mental clarity. As we age, it's natural for circulation to slow down, and this can leave us feeling sluggish or mentally foggy. But with spinach, this doesn't have to be the case. I've seen so many patients in my practice who've benefited from the extra blood flow that spinach provides. After incorporating spinach into their meals, they've felt more energized, focused, and stronger overall. Another amazing benefit of spinach is its ability to enhance blood vessel elasticity, which helps protect your cardiovascular system. This is especially important for seniors because keeping your arteries flexible can help prevent heart disease and stroke. For those of you who have had concerns about heart health, Eating spinach can be a simple and effective way to help manage and even reduce some of those risks. Have you ever worried about heart disease or high blood pressure? I've had many patients who were concerned about their cardiovascular health, and once they added spinach to their daily routine, they saw noticeable improvements during their checkups. It's a small change that can make a huge difference. But here's the real kicker. Spinach is also great for your vision. Losing your eyesight as you get older is one of the most common fears many seniors face because our vision plays such a huge role in maintaining independence. One of the leading causes of vision loss in older adults is macular degeneration. But the good news is, spinach can help prevent that. The lutein in spinach helps protect the macula of the eye, which directly lowers the risk of macular degeneration. If you've been struggling with your vision, adding spinach to your daily meals could make a huge difference. I've had patients tell me that after consistently eating spinach, their eyesight improved, and so did their mental clarity. And it's not just about the benefits to your eyes and brain. Spinach also helps with balance and mobility, which are essential for preventing falls. I'm sure we all know how dangerous a fall can be, especially as we age. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How do I prepare spinach so that it retains all of its nutrients? The answer is simple. Don't overcook it. If you want to get the most out of spinach, lightly sautéing it or blending it into smoothies is the best way to preserve its nutrients. Overcooking spinach can cause it to lose its beneficial compounds, especially lutein and nitrates, which are key to its health benefits. Have you tried adding spinach to your smoothies or meals? If you haven't, I highly recommend giving it a try. You'll be amazed at how easy it is to incorporate spinach into your diet, and the benefits are well worth it. I've heard from many seniors who noticed a real difference in how they felt: more energy, better focus, and even improved balance after making spinach a regular part of their meals. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you tried spinach and noticed any changes in your energy or mental clarity? Or maybe you have other foods you swear by for keeping your body and mind sharp. Share your experiences in the comments below. I'm sure we can all learn something from each other. Spinach is more than just a leafy green. It's a powerhouse vegetable that can truly improve your quality of life as you age. Whether it's improving circulation, enhancing your brain health, or protecting your vision, spinach has your back. And it's such an easy addition to your daily routine. So why not start today? Carrots. Your unexpected ally. Carrots might not seem like a big deal, but they're actually one of the best-kept secrets for senior health. Packed with beta-carotene, which your body turns into vitamin A, carrots help protect your eyesight, and that's something we all want to keep sharp as we age. If you've noticed your vision isn't as clear as it used to be, or maybe you're struggling to read small print or see clearly at night, adding carrots to your daily diet could make a huge difference. It's one of the best ways to prevent macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in seniors. I've had many patients tell me that after they started eating carrots regularly, they were able to see better and even noticed a boost in their energy levels. If you've been having trouble with your eyesight or feeling less confident about your vision, a simple carrot a day can help protect your macula, the part of the eye that's responsible for central vision. It's amazing how something as simple as a carrot can have such a big impact on maintaining independence and quality of life. But it's not just about vision. Carrots are also great for balance and coordination, which is especially important as we get older. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury in seniors, and balance problems can make us feel unsafe or less confident when we move. I've seen firsthand how something as simple as adding a carrot to your daily diet can improve stability and help prevent falls. As we age, our bodies need a little more help to stay steady. Carrots play a crucial role in ensuring that the signals between your brain and muscles stay sharp. The antioxidants in carrots help protect your nervous system and promote good circulation, so your body can respond quicker, keeping you steady on your feet. Have you ever noticed that your balance isn't what it used to be? I've had patients who were afraid of falling, but after including more carrots in their meals, felt more confident and secure when walking around their house or even out on walks. For example, take Mr. Thompson, a patient of mine in his 70s who had been struggling with balance and coordination. He was always hesitant to leave the house because of his fear of falling. After adding just a couple of carrots to his daily diet, he came back a month later saying, "Doctor, I don't know what happened, but I feel so much steadier. I can walk around my block now without feeling like I might fall." It's amazing how something as simple as a carrot can make such a big difference. But it doesn't stop there. Carrots are also fantastic for digestion. They're loaded with fiber, which helps keep your digestive system running smoothly. For seniors, digestive issues like constipation are common, but carrots can help prevent that by promoting regular bowel movements and supporting overall gut health. Have you experienced any digestive issues as you've gotten older? Adding carrots into your diet might be a simple solution. Their high fiber content can not only keep you regular, but also help maintain healthy blood sugar levels, which is another important aspect of staying healthy as we age. Carrots also contain lutein and vitamin C, both of which have antioxidant properties that reduce inflammation and protect your joints and muscles. As we age, inflammation can affect everything from our muscles to our joints, making us feel stiff or achy. But carrots, with their combination of nutrients, help fight that inflammation, making it easier to stay active and keep moving. How do you like to eat your carrots? Whether you prefer them raw, steamed, or cooked into a delicious soup, carrots are easy to include in any meal. If you've never tried adding carrots to your smoothies or salads, I'd recommend giving it a shot. Not only will it boost your health, but it'll also add some extra flavor and crunch to your meals. So, what do you think? Could a simple carrot be the missing ingredient in your diet for better balance, vision, and overall health? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know how carrots have worked for you, or if you've experienced any improvements in your health after making them a regular part of your diet. Carrots are more than just a tasty snack. They're an easy, affordable way to boost your health. Whether you're looking to improve your vision, balance, or digestion, they can make a significant impact on your well-being. So go ahead, add a carrot to your next meal and see how it helps you feel stronger and more confident every day. Now, the hidden dangers. Vegetables you must avoid. While some vegetables help us thrive, others can secretly harm our bodies, especially as we age. Let's dive into 3 common vegetables that may look harmless, but could be causing more harm than good. Eggplant. A silent threat. Eggplant might seem like a healthy choice for many, but it actually contains solanine, a chemical compound that can trigger inflammation in your joints and muscles. This is especially concerning for seniors. As we get older, our bodies become more sensitive to certain compounds, and solanine can worsen conditions like arthritis and nerve pain. If you've noticed that your joints feel stiffer or more painful after eating eggplant, it could be a sign that it's affecting your body more than you realize. The issue with solanine is that its effects don't show up right away. They tend to build up over time, leading to chronic issues like stiffness, weakness, and a higher risk of falls. If you're dealing with joint pain or mobility problems, eggplant might be making things worse without you even noticing. Have you ever experienced more discomfort or noticed a decrease in mobility after eating eggplant? If so, it might be worth considering cutting it out of your diet to see if things improve. As we age, even small decisions, like what we eat, can have a ripple effect on our health. I've had several patients who unknowingly ate too much eggplant and saw a noticeable increase in joint stiffness and mobility issues. It wasn't until they took a closer look at their diet and cut out eggplant that they began to feel better. These types of changes often don't happen overnight, but over time, they can make a big difference. Have you ever noticed how some foods seem to trigger joint pain or inflammation? If you're one of those people, it might be helpful to try eliminating certain foods, like eggplant, from your meals and pay attention to how your body feels afterward. I've had seniors tell me that after cutting eggplant from their diet, their joint pain decreased and they felt more steady on their feet. It's incredible how something as simple as removing one vegetable can make such a big impact on mobility. But not every senior will experience the same effects. Some might eat eggplant regularly with no issue, while others could feel the impact of solanine in ways they don't realize. It's all about tuning into your body and seeing what works for you. I always tell my patients to listen to their bodies. If you think eggplant could be causing problems for you, why not give it a break for a while and see if there's a difference? You might be surprised at how much better you feel when you make a small change. I know it can be hard to think that a vegetable like eggplant could be causing discomfort, but as we get older, we have to be more mindful of how different foods affect us. Have you ever found that certain foods just don't sit right with you anymore? It's worth experimenting with your diet and noticing how your body responds. If joint pain or stiffness is an issue for you, cutting out eggplant and other nightshades may help. Have you noticed any connection between eggplant and your joint health or mobility? I'd love to hear your experiences. Let's share our stories and help each other stay healthy and active as we age. Green bell peppers, a sneaky culprit. Green bell peppers are often considered a healthy choice, but there's something you might not know about them. They belong to the nightshade family, and for many seniors, this can cause more harm than good. Nightshades, like green bell peppers, contain lectins, which can disrupt the gut lining and lead to chronic inflammation. While you might not feel the effects immediately, over time, this inflammation can cause a range of issues, especially for older adults. I've had many patients come in complaining about stiff ankles or feeling unstable while walking. When we looked more closely at their diets, we found that green bell peppers were often a regular part of their meals. The lectins in these peppers slowly trigger inflammation in the joints, which leads to muscle weakness and reduced mobility. This can make it harder to stay active and independent. Have you ever noticed feeling more stiff or unsteady after eating certain foods, like green bell peppers? It's easy to overlook, but these subtle reactions can build up over time and make a real difference in how we feel. I've seen patients who didn't even realize how much bell peppers were affecting their joints until they eliminated them from their diet. After making the change, they noticed improvements in mobility and felt less stiff. If you're dealing with joint pain, swelling, or stiffness, it might be worth trying to cut out green bell peppers for a while to see if your body responds better. The inflammation caused by these vegetables can sneak up on you, and the more we can reduce that, the better we'll feel overall. It might seem like a small change, but it could have a huge impact on how your body moves and feels. For example, I had a patient, Mr. Jacobs, who came to me with complaints of knee pain that was affecting his daily walks. After talking with him about his diet, we realized green bell peppers were a regular part of his meals. Once he cut them out, he came back to tell me that he felt much more comfortable and able to move with less pain. "I didn't realize how much those peppers were affecting me," he said. "I can actually enjoy my walks again." Not everyone will have the same reaction to green bell peppers, but it's definitely worth paying attention to, especially if you're already dealing with inflammation or joint issues. Have you ever noticed a connection between eating certain foods and how your body feels afterward? If you've been struggling with stiffness or discomfort, it could be helpful to experiment with cutting out green bell peppers and see how you feel. Also, think about how much more freedom you could have in your daily life if your mobility improved. Having the ability to move around without pain or stiffness is one of the keys to maintaining independence as we age. If you're experiencing balance problems or joint pain, try eliminating green bell peppers for a while and see if you feel a difference. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Have you ever noticed joint pain, stiffness, or instability after eating green bell peppers or other nightshades? Have you made any changes to your diet that helped you feel better? Let's share our experiences and help each other stay strong and mobile as we get older. White potatoes. The comfort food that betrays white potatoes are a go-to comfort food for many of us, whether it's mashed potatoes at dinner, crispy fries on the side, or baked potatoes piled high with toppings. But for seniors, white potatoes can be a dangerous indulgence. They're packed with simple carbohydrates, which cause your blood sugar to spike. Over time, these sugar surges can trigger inflammation and weaken the blood vessels that support your legs, feet, and heart. Have you noticed feeling sluggish or more fatigued after eating potatoes? These blood sugar spikes might seem harmless in the moment, but over time, they lead to artery stiffness, atherosclerosis, which decreases circulation to your legs and feet. This weakens your muscles and can even make it harder to move around, creating a risk of falls. The more often you eat high-carb foods like white potatoes, the more you increase the likelihood of developing diabetes or nerve damage. You might not feel the effects right away, but I've seen this play out in my practice time and time again. Seniors often come in complaining about numbness, tingling, or reduced sensation in their feet or legs, which is a direct result of poor circulation and nerve damage caused by consistent blood sugar spikes. Do you experience tingling or numbness in your feet after meals? That's a warning sign that the nerves are being affected. I've had patients who never thought to connect their joint pain or muscle weakness with their diet until we made some changes. For example, one of my patients, Mrs. Taylor, had been struggling with weak legs and frequent falls. After a closer look at her eating habits, we realized that potatoes were a big part of her daily meals. Once we reduced her potato intake and swapped them out for healthier carbs, she started noticing less stiffness in her knees and more energy throughout the day. The risk of white potatoes doesn't stop with the legs. They also put a strain on your heart. Those blood sugar spikes create inflammation in your blood vessels, and over time, this damage adds up, causing problems with heart health and circulation. The effects are often subtle at first: cold feet, occasional cramps, or even swelling. But over time, they can lead to serious issues. Have you ever noticed your feet feeling cold or crampy, especially after eating starchy foods like potatoes? For instance, I had Mr. Green, a patient in his 70s, who had frequent leg cramps at night and often complained about his feet feeling cold. He'd been eating a lot of white potatoes in various forms, but once we removed them from his diet, he reported a noticeable improvement. His cramps reduced, and he felt a lot more comfortable at night. Even his circulation in his legs improved. He no longer had those cold, tingling sensations that were troubling him for so long. What do you think? Have you ever felt discomfort or stiffness after eating white potatoes or other high-carb foods? Cutting out white potatoes might be one of the easiest ways to reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and feel more energized. Instead, try switching to options like sweet potatoes or cauliflower rice, which have a lower glycemic index and are much gentler on your body. Have you experimented with eliminating potatoes from your meals? If you have, how did it affect your comfort, energy, or mobility. I'd love to hear how making small changes like this has worked for you. Let's continue sharing our experiences to help each other stay healthy and active as we age. After all, small changes in diet can lead to big improvements in how we feel every day. All right, now that we've uncovered some of the surprising truths about white potatoes, it's time to make some important decisions about our health. It's clear that while these comfort foods may bring nostalgia and temporary satisfaction, they can be doing more harm than good in the long run, especially for us as we age. But don't worry, the good news is that we have the power to make changes that will positively impact our lives. By cutting back on high-carb foods like white potatoes and choosing healthier options, we can reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and keep our bodies strong and active for years to come. For those of you who may be struggling with balance, joint pain, or just don't feel like you're as agile as you used to be, now is the time to take charge of your health. By making simple changes like reducing white potatoes and opting for better alternatives, you can boost your mobility, support your heart, and keep your energy levels up. I know it can be hard to change old habits, but taking control of your diet and making informed decisions about what you eat can be one of the most powerful tools for living a longer, healthier life. Remember, it's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about those small, consistent decisions that add up over time. So, to all the seniors out there watching, I encourage you to make a conscious decision about your diet today. Start with one small change, like cutting back on white potatoes, and see how much better you feel. Your body deserves that care, and you deserve a long, healthy, and active life. Let us know in the comments if you're going to make this change or if you've already started making healthier choices. And don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to Evergreen Health for more tips on how to live your healthiest life as you age. Together, we'll keep growing stronger and living better every day. Thanks for watching, and take care of yourselves. You've got this.